So, how does someone go from being an engineer, we're talking circuits and code, to winning the biggest acting awards in the country and building a business empire? Today, we're diving into the unique career of Kriti Sanon. And trust me, this isn't a story about luck. It's about a series of really smart, calculated moves, sharp turns, and strategic pivots.
All right, let's just start right here, because this says it all. On one hand, you've got this super technical engineering degree, and on the other, a national award, the highest honor for an actor in India. I mean, they seem like they're from different universes, right? But these two things, they're the pillars of her entire story. The real magic is in how she built the bridge between them.
So how do you even make a jump like that? Let's get into Act 1, her pretty unconventional path into an industry she was never really supposed to be a part of.
You know, when you look at her background, it's pretty clear she wasn't exactly destined for Bollywood. Her dad's a chartered accountant, her mom's a physics professor. We're talking a family built on academics and logic, not film connections. And this is super important because it explains so much about the strategic way she built her career. Acting, believe it or not, wasn't the original plan at all. It was just a side hustle to begin with.
I love this quote because it just says everything, doesn't it? Being late on your first day, it's not that she was trying to be unprofessional. It's that she was a complete and total outsider. She didn't know the unwritten rules of the game yet. It's the perfect snapshot of where she was starting from, ground zero.
So she doesn't just dip her toes in the water, no way. In 2014, she dives in head first, debuting in two massive film industries at the exact same time, a huge Telugu film and a Hindi film. Talk about hitting the ground running. And while people definitely noticed her in both, it was that big Bollywood hit, Hero Panti, that really lit the fuse on her career.
Okay, so she's launched. Now comes the next phase, the commercial climb. This part of her story was all about becoming a name you could absolutely bet on at the box office.
If you look closely at this timeline, you can see a really smart strategy playing out. Right after her big debut win, she jumps into a massive blockbuster, Dilwale. That's to get her commercial credibility. But then, look what happens in 2017. She pivots to a smaller film, Bareli Ki Barfi, that gets her amazing reviews. See what she's doing? She's balancing the big money makers with roles that prove she can actually act. It's a classic 1-2 punch, one for the audience, one for the critics. And by 2019, she had that formula down cold.
And if you want to put a number on that success, how about this? 2.8 billion rupees. That's the box office for just one of those films, Houseful 4. I mean, at this point, she's not just a rising star anymore. This is her officially joining the A-list. She's a certified box office draw.
Okay, but this is where her story gets really interesting, because she's about to hit the absolute peak of her acting powers, and at almost the exact same time, she's about to hit rock bottom at the box office. It's a total paradox.
And the film that changed it all for her was Mimi. This wasn't just another role. She played a surrogate mother, and she went all in, not just emotionally, but physically too. She gained 15 kilos for the part. This was her big moment to prove she could carry an entire film, all on her own shoulders.
And wow, did the industry notice? We're talking the National Award, the Filmfare Award, and the IFA Award for Best Actress, all for the same role. That's like the holy trinity of acting awards in India. At this point, she wasn't just a movie star anymore. She was officially one of the best actors in the country, period.
So you'd think after all that, winning every award imaginable, she'd be on top of the world, right? Unstoppable. Well, the box office had a very, very different story to tell.
What came next was just a brutal run, a whole string of commercial failures. And we're not talking about small films here. These were huge, expensive productions. Adipurush alone had a staggering budget of around 6 billion rupees, and it turned into one of the biggest box office bombs we've seen in a long, long time.
So, this is the make or break moment. A year like that could absolutely end a career. But what she did next is why we're talking about her today. She staged one of the quickest, most powerful comebacks you will ever see.
And there it is, the comeback. Just look at this chart. It tells you everything. From the absolute pits of 2023, she comes out swinging in early 2024 with 2 back-to-back hits. This wasn't some gradual climb back up. This was a statement, a power move that put her right back on top almost instantly.
But here's the thing. This comeback wasn't just about picking better movies. It was way bigger than that. She decided to change the game entirely. It was about diversifying, taking back control, and building something much bigger than just her acting career.
Basically, she stopped thinking just like an actor and started thinking like an entrepreneur. And that's a huge mindset shift. You go from being a part of someone else's vision to creating your own. Yeah, you take on all the risk, but the reward is so much bigger. It's about having control.
And this didn't just happen overnight. She'd been planting these seeds for years. But just look at how she hits the accelerator right when her acting career was in that slump. In 2022 and 2023, bam, 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 a fitness company, a skincare line, and then the real game changer, her very own production house. And this is where everything clicks into place. Starting a production house wasn't just a smart business move. For her, it was a creative lifeline. See, after a role like Mimi, she got a taste for really complex, meaty parts. And she figured, hey, if those roles aren't coming to me, I'll just have to create them myself. And that's exactly what she did with her first film as a producer, giving herself the kind of challenging dual role she was hungry for.
So when you look at her whole journey, from engineer to actor to producer and entrepreneur, it really makes you wonder about what it means to be a star today. Is it still enough to just be a fantastic actor? Or, as Kriti Sanon's story seems to suggest, does a modern star have to be something more, a full-fledged enterprise?